I think I've figured this restream thing out now. All I have to do is make sure I get the stream key right, and then it just works. And I set it to public, as I should. Let me just double check. Even though I'm like 99% sure, I am still gonna double check. Yeah, cool, looks all good. Alright then. So, yesterday I was doing this level editor. I'm gonna close out some of these things, because I don't need them open. This, I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave those. This I don't need. I don't really need a link to the level editor yet, I think. Yeah, I'll put that in if I need it. I don't need that. I probably don't need that. I'll leave this just in case I need to pillage something from one of the proper worlds, but I don't think so. Okay. So let me just remind myself what I've actually got though. So I've got all this stuff and it kind of works, mostly. Right now it's basically just a graphical editor. It doesn't tell me very much of anything. It doesn't it doesn't help that much at the moment. I mean, it does a bit. I think I need to figure out the data structure, essentially. I need to enable saving to a JSON file and loading from a JSON file. And that should be possible. That should be fairly straightforward. I just need some buttons. And again, one of the really nice things about making these development tools is I can make it as ugly as I like, and it really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna need a button, and there's gonna be a little text box to put the name of the layout. And at some point there's gonna be a load button, perhaps with a drop-down menu that's gonna look through all of the layouts in my JSON file. And it's going to let you select one and then load it, and it'll put all the pieces how they are in that layout. I think that would be a really good way of doing it. There's a few more things I have to do in the long term. I have to make settings for changing the sort of modified stats for these guys. The health, the shield, the speed. The dodge chance. But I'm gonna make the saving structure first, because not that those are extraneous things, but it'll be easier to add them once I understand the saving structure, I think. So, alright, cool. So we need some buttons. That's a good place to start. This is actually a bit of a pain, the way that it is a bit blown up in size, but it's fine. So we are gonna have a little section at the bottom. And it's just gonna be some buttons. And we're gonna call it, I could just call it JSON, because that's essentially what it's doing. It's interfacing with the JSON, which is eventually where I will be getting my actual levels from. But first I'm going to make it respective of the level editor, because this is the interactive face of the level repository, whatever you like, the JSON file that's going to have my levels in it. So we're going to have a button, and we're going to have two buttons. We're going to have a save, and we're going to have load. And we're going to put this one like this. Oops. Save to JSON. And we're going to do a load from JSON. This one we're not going to worry about for a minute. I will in a bit, but not yet. So, okay. We gotta set the focus mode. Otherwise, there we are. Good stuff. So we need a layout name first of all. So that's going to be another thing. That's the line edit, the classic. We could do like a, I mean, it literally doesn't matter what order these are in, but we're going to call this layout name. I'm going to put it like that. And it's going to be like this. And you know what? We are going to center it because we just are. And of course nothing is actually, oops, there we are. So actually I'm going to call that load layout, because that way I can just type in the layout name and then it'll just load it if it's in there. It'll be a bit nicer. Okay. Cool. So do that. Easy peasy. Okay. So that doesn't work yet. It currently is non-functional, but it will work at some point. So hopefully within the next 3 weeks. Potentially within the next 30 minutes. Got about another hour maximum before I gotta go. But see how much I can get done. Because one thing I have noticed is that you do get quite a lot more done when you do things, and you get a lot less done when you don't do things. On average, that is. Anyway. So this is going fine. How am I going to do this? Well, we need to figure out how to actually... I think converting the layout to a JSON file is going to be easy as can be. It's going to be the easiest thing there is. It's basically already JSON. I mean, it's a dictionary. It wouldn't be difficult at all if I just had to make a file. I just have to, when you press that button, find the file. If there's no file there, make the file. And just put the layout in the file. And that's pretty much it, right? Because it's just going to be a big list of layouts. That's all I want in that file. So let me do GD script file opening. How do you do that? They changed it since Godot 3. I think Godot 3 changed it since Godot 2, so they've had a few versions. Alright. So, yeah, there's a file exists thing. That's good. And we are not going to put this in the user directory. Frankly, I think that's kind of a waste. We're going to be putting this in the resources directory because I want this to actually be packaged when I export the file. So I'm going to get a little script in here. Just going to call it that, and surely that will cause no problems. And, okay. We need this save button to be connected to this thing. And what this will do is, when I click it, the very first thing, is to... Oh, why are old streams overflowing my subscription area? I did not realize that was going to happen. I did put a bunch of them to public because they were public at one time, at one point. I really hope they don't count as video uploads. Could you imagine? Oh no. Oh well, what are you gonna do? It's too late now. Yeah, I put like 90 live streams that I had done that were unlisted. You know, I thought that would be how when you say overflowing, how many are you talking about? It's possible just a few were private and they count as new video releases or something. Are you telling me that you have like 70 or 80 videos in your subscriptions box? Because that's kind of a problem if you do. Alright, I should probably figure out where the file is anyway. And actually, I'm going to put this file in my layouts singleton because that's just the normal place for it to go. And it's going to be this weird file access thing, I think. It's going to have to be. File access. Can I do that? I cannot. I had to scroll a lot to find stuff from today. Okay, that's not good. That kind of makes me think that in fact all of them counted as new uploads. Okay, that's a pain. Sorry about that. I don't really know a better way to release them or to make them public. I don't know. Like, there's very few options for the privacy thing. It's literally just a drop-down menu. I can't suppress notifications or something. YouTube must do stuff weird. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh well. Right, I gotta set that. Okay. Oh, I know what that error is. I need to actually specify something. So we have... Just gonna put it in the root directory, I suppose. And we're gonna give it file access dot write. And I hope that gives... Oh, let's do write read. What's the difference between write read and read write? Ugh. Does it say? Oh my god, there is a difference. Talk about doing weird stuff. Okay. Does not truncate the file. Ah, okay, so write read will create the file if it does not exist, and truncate it if it does. Well, I'm glad you're finding it hilarious. I mean, several people are going to be very confused. Many of them will have forgotten that they've even subscribed to me. And then they will unsubscribe. And as well, I thought that was going to be a very discreet action. I was not planning on spamming everybody. This is not quite mortifying, but it's somewhere on the spectrum from emboldening to mortifying. And it's not emboldening. I think probably I want, because I do want to read the file, because I want to know what that file is. But I also will at some point want to write to the file. So I think I want a write read, but it says it, surely it is not, it does not say it's going to, write read would be silly. Ah, no, read write is what I want, because that does not truncate the file. Write read will truncate the file completely. It doesn't say that read write will create it if it does not exist, but one would assume that it will. I guess I'll find out if it does, and I'll just write some extra logic if I need to. Okay, so let's see what happens. There's my layouts file, and all this layouts file does is hold a JSON string. That's literally all it does. Okay, nothing obvious is broken. Did it create the file? Doesn't look like it, but I might not be able to tell. Okay, it did not create the file. That's fine though, because I haven't actually written anything to the file. So what I might do now is, just to test to make sure it actually works, I'll do that. Obviously this is sophisticated JSON now. Nope, it crashes because this is a null instance, because it did not create the file automatically. I knew it. Okay. Well, that's fine. Can I just create the file? Okay, I will do if file access dot file exists. I really hope this is going to work when it should work when it's compiled. Wake up your blood boiling with ideas of minigames, looks up videos about minigames, and then finds my video and then sees that I'm live. Wow. Which video about minigames? Are you talking about a really old one? Oh yeah, I did do that much older one. I have a Git repository for it. See someone using Godot properly. Many people would disagree with that. I also self-taught my Godot engine skills. I see things on Reddit all the time which make me second guess my abilities. I think if it works, then it works. That's all you can do. That's what I've been going by, and it's been working okay. Not too well, but enough. How do I actually create the file? Is there a way to... I can get stuff. Create temp is not what I want. Open. Ah, I know what I can do. I will open. I'll just do it this way. The good old ternary operator. So do it that way if the file exists. Otherwise, do it the somewhat scared it'll delete the file way. Okay, let's see if that works. Because the file does not exist at the moment. So it should be doing it a slightly safer way? No, it does it the scary way the first time. Then the file exists and it'll do it the safe way. Okay, how are we doing? Layouts.json. Would you look at that? That's good. Does it have anything in it? It does not have anything in it. Do I need to save? I did store line and nothing happened. It was a mini game where you implemented a way to skip parts of a roguelike to avoid a player burnout. Is this the figurative you for a mini game that you're thinking about, or is this something that I actually did in like 2019? I mean, my god, 2019? Is that when I was... There's no way it was that long ago. Either way, that is a good idea for a minigame. I agree, it's important to prevent the player from getting burned out. And if you are if you're playing your game a lot, and you're gonna be playing your game a lot, you get desensitized to it, and you don't realize the casual average Joe is not gonna be that dedicated. They're just gonna get burned out. And I don't know how to store a string. I feel like it should have stored the string. Nothing in the debug log. What if I just open it again? Okay, still nothing. Oops. That's a bit strange. That was something I did 6 years ago. My god, what are you talking about? 6 years ago? How long have I been here? Oh my god. I forget about this. Oh my god. That's cool. I wonder which game it was. Oh, I might remember which one. Probably one of the Warp Tech or Multi-Tech or one of those. I did a few. Oh, that Mult. I need to figure out... Actually, I'm not going to put it in ready because it's possible it just isn't opened in time. I'm going to actually make this, and I'm going to go to the layouts file. I'm going to do it that way. Because now any time I press this button, it should add something. It doesn't though. It was Warp Tech. Aha, I thought so. Yeah. No, it doesn't do anything. Oops. So this is just not working, so I must surely... Maybe I have to close... Do I need to save the file? Oh, flush. Writes the file's buffer to disk. So actually I think... Well, I'm going to try it. Let's see. Right, okay, I think this is how you do it. Yeah, there you go. Reload from disk, and it has the stuff in it. Okay, we figured it out. Let's go. Alright, that's really good. So, essentially, I have my singleton. I have my layouts file. I have a place to put all of these layouts. And I even have my dictionary of layouts, and it's gonna be in this exact format. It is literally going to be this giant dictionary is the version of that JSON file which is held in memory. This is the actual data for the layouts. I'm not going to change that. Would cats like tacos or pizza better? That's a really unusual question to ask a game developer stream, but I think tacos have more meat. I think they would just not eat the crunchy bit. And they would probably enjoy them both. I think they would definitely prefer tacos more because they have more meat. The pizza, I can't imagine cats are eating a lot of bread. Maybe a bit of the cheese, but who knows. So probably the okay. So I would really like to take this. What's the best? Because ideally I would just have this static anyway. I don't really want to keep it in my GD script. So what I might try and do is just write it first of all before anything else happens. Store string, and this is going to be, I'm going to do the flush thing. This is going to be JSON. That is a terrifying list, yeah, which is why I'm putting it in a JSON file so it's not here in my editor. You are not used to saying stuff in chat and the one streaming responding. Well, damn, you came to the right place. I am streaming for the sole purpose of talking to you guys. Because, my god, trying to do this, I'll be talking to myself, or I won't be talking at all. I'll just get distracted. So, it's a real utility to have you here asking me these things. In a way. So I think that should do it, and this is just going to be a one-off to get this into... Okay, good. Now, dare I even look? What does that look like? Craziness, but it should work. So I'm going to do something a bit dangerous. I'm going to take all of this out. Now that's in my clipboard. And I'm actually gonna stick this here, just in case I lose it in my clipboard. I could store the dictionary in a JSON file. That's exactly what I'm doing. I agree with you. You know what they say, great minds think alike. And yeah, I'm putting it into it because if I have this all in a nice big file, it does not look nice in a file like that. But what I can do now is game layouts is equal to pass. I think I can do pass string layouts file dot no, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't return null. Get as text, because I'm gonna be wanting the whole file, because this file is just one thing. It's not like those annoying config files. It is just one thing. So now if I go to a random process function and I print out my layouts, please work, it actually appears to work. The real question is, now I have all of this, I no longer need to put this in the clipboard because this is all in my layouts.json. That looks right. It's all on one line, that's fine. Does it allow, can I actually play the game though? Does it break the game? Let's see. Good so far. Okay, this is a bad example because this one doesn't even use the layouts file. This one will be a good example. It does crash. It does crash. It crashes for a very strange reason though. Uh-oh. I knew that it was too good to be true, that it couldn't possibly just magically read the entire dictionary back in. Okay. Have I tried Godot C#? Very neat for lists with lambda functions. I actually have not tried Godot with C#. I wonder if it's any good. I mean, I don't have a huge performance requirement in most of what I do. And to be honest, even if I did, I may not have the expertise to actually make use of it. So tile is actually a piece of text. That's not ideal. So what is the actual structure of, I go to, can I view this? I go to layouts and I look at my layouts file. Okay, layouts file is fine. Game layouts is a dictionary with a bunch of layouts in it, which is good. It's okay, that's interesting. What the hell are you on about? Okay. So let me just separate this out for a minute. Let's look at the very first one. So we have the anarchy layout. And that is a dictionary. Ah, this is the issue. The keys should actually be vector 2, but they're being passed as strings. Now, what am I gonna do about that? Because I don't think I can just put this into a vector 2, and I don't think it'll know. I'll need to extract the numbers with it in mind. There's a decimal point in there. Otherwise, this part is fine. This is a number. This is a piece of text. Everything else is fine. I don't think there's any more vectors. Let's see, stringify. From native. Can I do from native instead? That might be a better way of doing it. So, a native engine type. This might be more specific to, oops. Oh, damn. Why did I close the window? I lost my, oh, shoot, what have I done? Oh, wait. Version control. Save me, version control. My god. A testament to why you should always have Git at every possible moment. I cannot even tell you. Okay, cool. I'm going to comment that out for a minute. We are going to write back to the layouts file. I'm going to delete my layouts file for a second. Yeah, just shush. Control C till I get it. Yeah, well, I've been editing this file. Uh-oh. Huh? That's a bit weird. Okay, Godot did not like that. Wait. Okay, let's just start that back up again. That should not have crashed. Okay, let's give that another go. I don't think Godot liked the ignore external changes button. Yeah, it really did not like me removing that. Not one bit. Okay, didn't lose anything though. So I'm gonna do another store. Is it store string? And it's just gonna be JSON dot from native full objects. Is that what I want? Okay, so I think probably this is more what I want, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll see. Game layouts. I don't need to do full objects. I mean, I may as well at this point because I'm not saving any objects, but what's the worst that can happen? It's gotta be a good thing. Random thought. Walking bridges. Like bridges that walk around. Possibly even with people on them still. Maybe they will eat berries and drink lemonade. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, 100%. I have no idea. What made you think of that? But, I mean, you're right, it is a random thought. Why berries, specifically? Lemonade kind of makes sense. Because the lemonade stand, maybe? That's not really a bridge though, that's just like a table, but I don't know. From dictionary to string. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm in to native, not from native. Easy peasy. And it still doesn't like it. From nil. That's not nil. Very much so not nil. Unless this is nil. Converts adjacent compliant value. Back to native engine types. What? No, I do want from native. Oh. But I still have to run stringify. So I'm actually not sure if this is any better. I thought this was an alternative to stringify. In fact, it's not. Well, let me see what this is now. It's much bigger. Ooh, hello. Oh my god, what the hell is this? So this is a JSON string, which encodes all of the stuff. So this is what I want. Okay, so I have... Alright, great. So that's a one-off. Now we're going to do it this way. And now we're going to do JSON.toNative. There we go. So this is actually exactly what I want. Wait. Pass string from nil. No, allow objects. It should not be nil. Huh. Why is it nil? So layouts file get as text. Hold on. Let's do this in pieces here. Well, that doesn't look like nil. Let's see what this looks like. This better not be nil. That's nil. Okay, so something's happened. To native. Oh no, okay. No, I get it. Because actually, I'm doing this the wrong way around. We should be doing it like this. Now it should work because it's loading the JSON string. It needs to pass the JSON and then it converts the JSON native data structure thing. Uh-oh. On base object of type nil. So something is still going on here. This is no longer problematic, but it maybe isn't what I think it is. Yeah, it's messing up still. What happens if I just do that? Because this should give me something. Wait. It encodes the vector2 properties. Yeah. But... Okay, so something still is not working. So I can get the text. And this is JSON. This is properly JSON. And I can pass that JSON. I should be able to pass that JSON. Why would the pass fail? That's very strange. It doesn't really give me an error message. That's fine. This is all one line, as it should be. It is truncated, though. What's going on here? Oh, no, that's what I was saying. I need to open this in a different editor. Your older brother has 12,000 subscribers. That's pretty good. Oh, it is actually just truncated. Okay. That might actually not be my fault then. So, we are once again storing the string. So imagine them getting up and moving to a random berry bush for food. You know, that makes a lot of sense. That's where a bridge would be. It would be near a river. It would be near some natural areas, some grasslands. Yeah, there would be berry bushes around. All right, let me focus. Let me lock in for a minute. I'm getting closer. So I need to that's right. And I'm doing it wrong. That's right. I'm gonna allow objects because I don't know, why not? Okay. This time, hopefully it won't be spontaneously truncated. I have no idea why it's doing... Oh, wait, what? Ah, from native. I get confused with these two and this from, but... Okay, we're good to go. How's this looking? 16 kilobytes. Still truncated at the end. What's going on? That's really strange. Why? I'm sorry, what? Eh. Possibly it's just impossible. I don't think so though. Let me actually print this whole thing. What do we actually get in here? Is this an issue with writing, or is this an issue with actually generating? No, look. It's not truncated here. And how long is this? Let me copy this whole thing. Let me open a new one. One of these. Oh, What? No, that's right. That's a lot smaller than this is. Am I writing over it? Surely I'm not writing it multiple times. How are we doing? I actually think I was. Okay. Well, geez, it works. It worked now, I should say. Okay, so I'm just going to comment that because I have growing used to the idea that in fact I will need to do it again. Okay. Still null. So it still can't pass this as valid JSON. Why not? It doesn't seem truncated. Wait. This doesn't look like the from native though, does it? Doesn't look like that at all. It looks like the base stringify thing, doesn't it? And so does this. From native, so we have native Godot types. That's what this means. if I take this out, oops, oh. If I take that out, then we get this instead. So it is, what was I getting before then? Because I was getting something that looked very different. If I do that, how is this going to look? So no objects allowed. Very similar to exactly what it was before. It's not printing this because for one reason or another, that is the null bit here. So it's not able to pass it for unknown reasons. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? Make an instance? Wait, what? Am I doing this in a really stupid way? I am doing this in a really stupid way. I don't know if that's my problem, but I am definitely doing this in a stupid way. Okay. We're going to create a new function. We're going to call it layouts to JSON. Just to make things easier. And what this is going to do, because we have our layouts file, and eventually we are going to want to store the string of the layouts JSON. And we don't know what that's going to be yet. Probably it's going to be the JSON version of the string. So we're going to do data, perhaps? No, that's not it. Get past text, perhaps. Get past text. We could do pass string. That would also be a good way of doing it. No, that's not it. Oh my god, I'm so confused. What are the examples doing? I'm seeing the examples, and they were doing it like I was just doing it. But then I see other things that say I should actually make a JSON object. So I have data, and I need to convert this data into JSON. So we're going to be looking at, we're going to be doing, as is recommended, a JSON, stringify, and that's going to be, it's fine. Okay, so this is the JSON.stringify. Stringify converts it into JSON. It does not convert it into a string. I mean, it does convert it into a string, but that string is JSON text. So this is correct, I think. Let me just make a backup of this for a minute. Oops. Layouts BK. So we have a JSON object. Why do I want a JSON object? Because at certain points I will be passing JSON. I will be loading from the disk back into the game. For this one, it doesn't seem so necessary. No, it does not seem so necessary. But I do want this from native thing. So we're going to first, before we stringify, yeah, that makes sense. So whatever this does, there we go. So we need to do JSON.fromNative, and this is exactly what they have in the documentation. So this should work. I'm confident this should work. There's no way that this cannot work. Many ways that this cannot work, but this should work. And it is exactly what I have up here anyway. Right, okay, cool. I'm going to comment that for a second. So we're not loading in any game layouts, just saving. So that's much bigger, that's what I would expect. It is not truncated weirdly, that's good. And this looks more like what I was thinking it is. Great. So now I want to do essentially the opposite, and this is where I am going to want to create my JSON object. So just going to do that, and we are going to assign our game layouts to the, we could just do it that way, because we want to convert this back into native types. I'm going to allow objects, and this is going to be JSON dot pass we could do. We don't even need to do that. We can just do pass string. And this string is going to be the layouts file as text. And if I need to debug this, I can, but I probably don't. But let me just try. Let me just see what this does, first of all. Load game layouts to JSON. It's one line, that's all it needs to do. Didn't crash. That's a good sign. Great. So now, I'm going to go back here. Hope to God it doesn't do anything super strange. Again, bad example. Why'd I click this one? Fingers crossed. Ah, it works. Beautiful. I think the final test is that there's no game layouts of any kind in the GD script at the moment. Oh, what are you talking about? This happens sometimes. My save data gets messed up. Okay, that's fine though, because I can just Squid chess. Let's see, mega save file, and I'll just overwrite that one. I hope that works. There we go. I still don't have enough ELO. I don't think it'll take long to get that back. Or maybe it will actually, I don't know. I only need, I think, 100. No time at all. All these guys moving around. Look at those XPs. I should actually start the player off with a few pieces. I think the issue is that the game is sort of unbalanced when you only have like a very small number, but it's great if you have a large number. I am, however, losing pieces like a lot. And for debugging purposes, I still don't have enough ELO. I am just going to modify the thing. Save file 1. Let's look for King Squid. Here he is. Where's that ELO? There we are. Stick an extra digit in there. See how it goes. Alright, let's see. Moment of truth. It actually works. It actually works. We did it. Everything is encoded in JSON. Uh-oh. I think my microphone turned off. I'm not sure when. Hopefully it wasn't that long ago. But anyway. Man, I really hope it wasn't that long ago. I gotta get a new wire. This one is kind of fallen out. And it's currently saying all my streams are offline as well, which is not amazing. No, it is a graphical glitch. That's fine. So I pretty much got a decent bit of progress here. The JSON files work. They work perfectly. We can access sort of the layouts from this interface in the level editor. The only thing I need to do next is to actually load the layout, which I think is completely possible, and to save layouts, which I think is just going to be adding it to the game layouts dictionary. Easy enough. And then saving that dictionary to the disk. And we'll be done. Then it'll be all good. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to call it. If you've been watching this far, thanks for watching, and continue watching. Or don't. It's up to you. But the more that you watch, the more that I make the game. So, you know, kind of a mutual benefit in that regard, I suppose. Assuming that you really want this game made. And everybody in the right mind wants this game to be made, I think. I know that I do. Okay, that's enough. Goodbye.